Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can pretty much tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about my coming out story. So I'm going to be doing like a story time for you guys. I'm going to say this before I really get into the video. A lot of people don't know that I like girls and boys. You have to look like someone from the LGBT community to be able to fit in with that. I don't know. I just feel like stereotypes or or a dyke, however people may call it, like that's really, I just feel like it's very disrespectful because there's no label to what I like and what I don't like. There's no label to that. So I just don't want people to label me as, oh, she's this and she's that, because that's not what that is. I would have like neighborhood friends when I was younger, and I was 8 when I had like my first like girl experience, I guess you could say. And like there was like my friends were like, oh, so do you like girls? And I was like, I don't know. Like they were asking me so many questions that I just could not answer because one, I was only 8 years old and I didn't know what I liked. I always just knew that I liked boys or, you know, stuff like that. I didn't know what I liked at that point. And I was at her house. I was over her house and she kissed me. And I'll have to say she's probably like maybe she was probably maybe like in middle school. Like I used to hang out with like the older kids, I would say. Yeah, I would just hang out with the older kids when I was younger because I felt like they were so much fun and they had like a lot more experience than I had, so I wanted to like learn stuff from them, if you guys get what I'm saying. So yeah, she kissed me and she was probably in middle school at the time, and I was still like maybe like in 4th grade, about to go to 5th grade, and she kissed me. Yeah. And I was kind of shocked because I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't, you know, never, had never kissed anybody. So, I was kind of just like, whoa. Like, that was a shocker to me. She was kind of like, are you lesbian? And I was like, I didn't know what that word meant. So after she kissed me, I went home, you know, and, I was still confused about everything. So my initial thought was like to ask my dad because I didn't know if he knew what that meant or what. So I was kind of just like, Dad, am I a lesbian?
He was like, no.
So then I guess there was another incident where my mom, my actual mom, she came in and she was in and out of my life. She still kind of is, technically. She was doing my hair or whatever, and we were just making jokes and whatever, and then my dad decides to come and talk to her, and she was kind of just
like, she said, Dad, am I a lesbian?
I was so done. I was like, what? Like, whoa. Like, that was supposed to be between you and me, mister. Like, why would you ask? Why would you even say that? And I know that's kind of crazy how I remember all of this, but yeah. So, fast forward, as middle school came around, I would always, you know, try to, basically I was acting like I was into guys. I was into guys, but there would always be that one person, like that one girl or like, whatever, that I would look at. I used to look at a girl, I would always look at her like heels or like her outfit or her hair or her, her earrings, her makeup, if she was wearing any makeup. I would always look at that because that's how, like, in middle school, like, some girls were wearing makeup and some girls weren't. I would always look at them. And then when I was in gym class, when we getting ready for gym class, I would always look at, like, like their titties and, the ass and stuff like that. So I was like, I was so confused because I didn't know, I didn't know I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't know what I liked, what I didn't like. But there would always, like, I didn't think anybody would, no one really went against me, technically. Like, no one really, hated me for that. I didn't have any friends in school. I still don't have friends anyways, but I never had friends growing up, so there would always be, like, just me, technically, or my parents, or, like, family I could talk to about stuff like this, because I didn't have any friends, you know, to talk to. In 8th grade, there was such tension, because I had, like, 2 guys, but then I would always like girls, and, like, I would be like, okay, so I basically looked up stuff, for the LGBT and stuff like that, and, there would be so many people that be like, there were so many YouTubers and stuff like that would always come out, and, and I was kind of just like, what? Like, I was so confused. So I was kind of just like, but they were like, it's okay to like what you like. There's no need to hide it, or there's no reason for that. It's what you like, and people should accept you for that. In high school, it was my first year of high school, so this is basically like almost 3 years ago. I'm just gonna come out to my dad, but I didn't know how to come out. So technically, I was going to a counselor to talk about stuff, personal stuff, and they were like, write down stuff that you want to talk about, and we can talk about it at our next session. So our next session came around. It was a Friday. I remember this. I don't remember what day though, or like what month. It was a Friday though, and he drove me to the counseling session, and she was like, okay, so is there anything that you really want to talk about? And I was like, yeah. So I wrote 3 things down, and the last thing was my sexuality. And at the time, I was dressing like a whole crazy tomboy, and I didn't really have a problem with it. A lot of people were dressing like tomboys, however they wanted to feel comfortable dressing, that's how they dress. And so I looked at my dad. I turned around and looked at my dad, because we were sitting in chairs, and he was literally sitting right next to me. And I turned to my dad, and I'm just like, how I be dressing all boyish and stuff like this? Because one day I went shopping with him. I went to Target because I wanted to go shop for some clothes, and he was like, I was like, I needed to look for in the boy section. He was like, why? I was like, I just like boy clothes. Like, I didn't have any excuse to why I wanted to go shopping for boy clothes. I just wanted to go shopping for that. And then I turn around. So I turn around, and I'm like, Dad, how I be dressing like really like boyish? And he's like, yeah. Well, I was like, I'm bisexual.
I accept you.
Ever since then, like, I've told my brother, I've told my cousins, people like in my family, and just people in general have accepted me for me, and that's really a great thing, because I know people that do come out to their parents and family and, friends, and they do not accept them, and like they disown them and stuff like that. So yes, but this story is basically to tell you guys that it's okay to like what you like. Technically, I don't see myself as see myself as bisexual. I see myself as pansexual. So pansexual is basically, I don't like sexual, gender or sexual orientation. I don't care about that. And yeah. And people don't really know what that means, so I really just kind of put it as I'm bisexual. So smash that like button if you guys want me to do more story times for you, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hey, what's up? It's April. Welcome to my channel. And yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on my social media. I'll put them all in the description below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.